Unstoppable at times in that game. Starting lineups presented by Kia. No change for either team. We know that Scott Brooks considered pulling Marcin Gortat. Mike, what are we looking for early?
Very important for Washington to come out and be
It's been a high-scoring series as expected between these two teams. Neither team has failed to score below 106 points.
Guarding him, he was never open from behind the three-point line.
Wall bobbled it for a moment, thwarting the pick and roll. Then Gortat putting it back for the Wizards. Rims out and the rebound by Kyle Lowry. Here comes Lowry up the floor, jump stops and knocks in a three. That's as Wall delivers from the corner, putting it down. Nasty play by Wall.
They went out there and got a W when everybody thought the series was over.
Nice little cut. That is OG and
how they were able to dig out of that big hole. And the Wizards say they're locked in. Can't see it here early on. They don't have that death row mentality, much like Mike.
12-2 run for Toronto, and suddenly the Wizards down 11. This is a long two by Beal. Bothered by Lowry. Loose ball taken by Jakob Poeltl, and then they cough it up. Here comes Oubre underneath. Beautiful find. Beal coming down the paint.
Who gets to the line from 8 and 10 times a night.
Here comes Beal. Tough shot. Left hand. Brooks as he continues to pace in front of that Washington bench. Here comes Wall. Little pick and roll action to Morris going high off glass.
Attempts closer than the three-point line.
Ibaka thought about the three. Here he comes down the paint. Toronto playing without Lowry and Valanciunas, each with two personals. Here comes DeRozan. Outside right, bobbled it. Still able to shoot the open three, and he... Third season for DeLon Wright. Career highs in every major statistical category. Beal hesitated for a moment, trying to fend off Wright. That's a long two, and he puts it down. DeRozan still looking for his first bucket. Knocked out of his hands. Here comes Oubre. Oubre over the top of Miles. No, and it's put back in. He the 10th year man. He's had some moments in this series. Had that terrific game 2 in the loss. Underneath, that is Poeltl beautifully.
Three-point line.
Miles can get hot from deep. This is Siakam. Out of Miles. Siakam coming hard, and he is blocked. Denied by Mahimi. And last touch by last year, limited to only 31 games played. Had that torn meniscus in his knee. John Wall. Boy, he has had a couple of electrifying dunks in his first half. Boston unable to hit. And the Wizards continue to struggle from the field. Now 10 for 30 as a team. Lowry from deep gets the friendly bounce. It has been a struggle of a half so far for the Wizards offensively. Boy, Mahimi was left wide open as Lowry went for the fade. Those 12 free throws attempted, a career high for a quarter in the first by DeRozan. Wall is denied by Wright. They get it back and lost it. Had it partially deflected underneath. Here comes Siakam. A little hesitation and then a fierce.
A leader for them out on the floor. You know, he's a veteran guy, been around a few years. In the NBA, we don't know him, but he's a 27-year-old that has played for a while.
Over Gortat. The Wizards just can't seem to find any continuity offensively. Wall a step back from the elbow, too easy. All done by Beal to save it. Back to Wall. As Lowry on his hip. Beautifully done. John Wall going in the postseason for different reasons. And right now, the Wizards down double digits on their home floor. That is Gortat. No good. And then Gortat was terrific again here the other night with his 16 points in Game 3, and he's wide open, headed to the free throw line. Had some postseason experience last year, and that has carried over his development this season. Lowry on a deep three, back of the rim, high in the air and in. Boy, he is very quiet so far here in Game 4. Here comes DeRozan spinning away, extends, magnificent. Isolated against Lowry. Nice find inside, then Ibaka challenging Gortat. And the Raptors can't believe that whistle. And now Gortat Raptors. DeRozan's pass is intercepted by Porter. Lowry is back for Toronto. Wall, lobbing for Beal. We come up on the final 70 seconds of the half. DeRozan against Wall, beautiful spin, hanging, and goes glass. Shot clock is off, 8 seconds left in the half. DeRozan, top of the circle, moves right. Spins against Oubre, hangs and goes glass again. As we sit in for the second half, Mike, what are we looking for early? What adjustments do you expect? As Kyle Lowry gets the second half party started. All right, Jared, good news there. Such a tough kid. As he'll try to pray through it. Shot clock down to 4 here. Gortat didn't realize it initially, and a tough turnaround shot. Field goal tonight for Otto Porter, third best three-point shooter this season in the NBA. What a touch pass by Lowry, and DeRozan is there to do.
That's the greatness in his game.
Fourth bucket for DeRozan. He's got 17 points. Porter lets it rip again. Falling away, moving left. Tough shot. And up the floor comes Beal. Beal elevates and buries a three. Lowry with 5 to shoot. Raptors have missed 6 of their last 7 shots. Lowry, how did he get that shot off? 11th in the league this season in scoring, although his points per game did dip this year. At 23 per game, there is Beal.
To get it.
Lowry, good look at it, couldn't put it down. Beal threw it behind Porter, snatched it nonetheless. DeRozan misfires from deep. Up the floor to Beal quickly, transition three, got it! From deep, 4 for 4, 23 points. Here comes Valanciunas, contact, they'll count the basket.
Do what he understands is the right thing to do for this team. You rest him right now and hope the other guys can hang in there.
John Wall, 3 for Beal as he's on the bench. Oubre has it ripped away, stolen by Miles. Up the floor, here comes DeRozan, hanging in the air, and a chance at a three-point play. Porter. Good closeout by DeRozan. This is Oubre. Gliding to the rack. A left season of the NBA.
There are so many guys you could look at this year that did an outstanding job. John Wall facing up.
70 seconds here in quarter number 3. DeRozan, 24 points, elevates and sticks it.
He wins in a playoff series rather than get eliminated. It's heartbreaking when it's year after year. Bad foul that time.
Wall with 5 seconds. Curls into the paint. Outside Scott. Down to 1. Scott off balance shot and he sticks it. Layup no. Offensive rebound Pirtle. Here comes Wright. Curling underneath. What a pass inside to Beal playing with 4 personals. His pass stolen by Wright. It's a foot race with Wall. Wright gliding through the air. These efficient reserve players for Dwayne Casey. Here comes Beal, high off glass. That was a tough. Such a well-rounded Raptors team. This is Beal, deep 3, and he buries it. And we cross the 7-minute mark, fourth quarter. Here's Wall, guarded by Siakam, gets a screen, left open, and he sticks it. 8 straight for the Wizards. We're tied. DeRozan has the answer. Here comes Gortat, putting it down. And Bradley Beal can't believe it.
Beal's got to be smart enough not to add any more points by getting a technical foul. I think the official really did a good job
to save it. And the Wizards take it, tied at 94. Wall lobbing to Morris. Get a pocket, those long arms. Extra possession. DeRozan, contact somehow, puts it down. No, it's loose. Oubre has it. Up the floor to Wall, extends, laying it up and in. 3-point. Wall has been masterful for long stretches tonight. What does he have left? Here he is elevating. Splash! All right, Ernie, final seconds. Oubre picking Lowry's pocket. And it will be a fitting end here in Game 4. The Wizards survive. Bradley Beal fouling out late. And they have even this best of 7 at 2 games apiece.
Intensity picked up once shots started going down. The defense got better, turned the entire game around.
Wizards close the game on a 14-4 run.